Is the church tempted to be too quiet or too involved when it comes to politics? Yes. First, I'm limiting this conversation to American politics, where we have a democratic republic. We each have a voice, and if Christians choose not to use ours, then it will be others' voices who shape the laws that govern us. Second, good laws bring justice to all, and especially the most vulnerable. The Bible actually spends more time talking about justice issues than what we might call spiritual issues like prayer. Third, laws have a teaching value, shaping the conscience of a nation. Speed limits, for instance, are not exactly a biblical issue, but we would all agree that going 75 in a school zone is unconscionable. So, is the church tempted to be too quiet or too involved when it comes to politics? Yes, it's a both and. There are actually terms for both of those. When a church or a pastor is too silent, it's called quietism. Sometimes fear of offending someone will cause us to not address issues that the Bible clearly does. To say we just preach the gospel, meaning we avoid any issue that has even political overtones, is another ism. It's called dualism. As if God only cares about so-called spiritual things, but life down here doesn't really matter that much. The biblical word for salvation actually also refers to the healing of the body. It's a both and, not an either or. Most of the German church in the 1930s was guilty of quietism. The worst example of all was congregations that were located near the train tracks. And when the Jews were being hauled off to the concentration camps, they were sometimes told to sing louder so they didn't have to hear the screams. But when a church or a pastor is too involved in politics, meaning that only one political party gets their attention, then that is actually called syncretism. It's the blending of two religions. So if the only issues that we care about are the ones that Republicans care about, or the only issues that we care about are the ones that Democrats care about, then we end up missing out on half of the issues that Jesus cares about. We've blended politics and religion, and it's called syncretism. And American syncretism means that we make no progress at all on half of the justice issues that Jesus cares about. As American followers of Jesus, we're called to be engaged in politics without being engorged. And that was actually the topic of our video just 3 weeks ago. Your comments are always welcome. I invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with somebody else. Thanks for watching The Both And Life.